I'm Liz Malloy. I'm from Dublin, Ireland. I'm co-president and co-founder of GACI Global.
I'm Christine O'Brien from Boston, Massachusetts, also co-founder and co-president of GACI Global. My kids were first diagnosed in 2013, and like any good parent, when you get a diagnosis for your kid, you start Googling, and there was really nothing out there. And what was out there was not reassuring. It was heartbreaking. And when my daughter was a few months old, we managed to connect with a couple of different families spread out around the world through this little website that doesn't exist anymore. And we were all messaging individually through email. And I reached out to Liz and said, what do you think about starting a Facebook support group and bringing everybody to one place? And she was like, yes, let's do it. So we did, and that's sort of where the roots of GACI Global can be traced to, that little Facebook support group that we started in 2013.
And then four families out of that group got together in 2018 at the Global Genes Conference in Irvine, and we were inspired and motivated at that event to create a formal 501c3 nonprofit. So we were located all over the world: Australia, the US, Ireland, and we just decided this is something we wanted. We came away from that meeting with a name and a tagline of circulating hope.
And not much else.
Not much else, yeah.
Motivation, maybe. We came away with some motivation.
So then we had our mission, and that was to connect patients to each other and to the medical community, because it's so important for connection among the families and to get the right help, to spread awareness and education about the disease, and just to make a better future for patients affected by the disease. GACI Global is the only patient advocacy group worldwide for patients affected by GACI and ARHR2 caused by ENPP1 deficiency and ABCC6 deficiency. Our patients they speak numerous languages and spread different time zones all over the world. Raising awareness is a huge part of what we do, because there's more patients out there that we still want to reach, and we do that in a number of ways.
So one of the ways we do that is every February 1st we have GACI ARHR2 Awareness Day, and the point of that is to bring more awareness to this disease, because we result with misdiagnosis in patients or delayed diagnosis, and a baby born with GACI doesn't have that long. Like, they need that diagnosis fast so that they can receive the support that they need.
We have our annual Worldwide Walk, where patient families all over the world fundraise and walk. They walk in their own cities and towns because we're so spread out. But this year at our annual conference in Baltimore, we had 14 patient families from around the world walking together at the same time in the one location, and that was hugely special. The fundraising is amazing, and we appreciate all the donors. It's about raising awareness as well as fundraising. I'm a parent of 4 children, and 2 of those have been affected by GACI and ARHR2. My son was born and diagnosed very quickly, and unfortunately he died when he was 4.5 months old. Even though we were given very, very poor odds of survival, we were very optimistic. And sadly, I'm not alone in losing a child to GACI. The odds say now it's 50% of children will not survive, and unfortunately we don't see those numbers as the survival rates. We had 7 new families join our community in the last year, and 6 of those babies did not survive, and that's heartbreaking. I live with that loss every day. My other child that was born survived the condition and is doing well, but suffers a lot of the complications. Christine's going to go through some of those.
Sure. So I have 2 children who were diagnosed with ENPP1 deficiency about a little over 11 years ago. And at the time, we thought it was an infantile disease. That was what we were told. GACI, generalized arterial calcification of infancy. And so we just figured, get past that point and things will be fine. And it wasn't until they were toddlers and preschoolers that we started to realize this is going to be a lifelong disease, and all these appointments that we have just aren't going to end. So between the two kids, we've had 12 different surgeries. They deal with things like ARHR2, rickets, aortic stenosis, bone and joint pain, ongoing dental issues, nephrocalcinosis. They're tired all the time. My son has hearing loss that has been progressive. It's been getting worse. They have GI issues from the medication that they have to take. It's constant. This year alone, we've had over 200 medical appointments, or we have a few more scheduled. So it'll be 200 by the end of December. And it's ongoing. And I don't know that people really grasp that. It's something that these kids have to live with for the rest of their lives. It's a lifelong disease. So we've lived with this for so long, and we know personally the impact it has on patients and families. And it's been really validating here at ASBMR to see our experiences reflected in the research presented here.
It's also very exciting to see the Propel patient registry being the poster being displayed at this conference. The registry, we're partnering with Inozyme, and it's hugely important for capturing the past data and the future data of patients and their experiences with the disease, because this will allow more research to be done, and there's a lot of more work still needed on finding solutions and treatments for our patients.
And just to get a better understanding of what patients live with.
Exactly, yeah. Part of the work we do, as well as the spreading awareness and fundraising and connecting our patients, is working with researchers and industry to advance drug development. And as part of that, we review clinical trial protocols, and we make sure that the study designs are aligned with the patient priorities and they're accessible. We help to identify meaningful endpoints. We write letters of support for research.
We provide valuable insights into patient experiences, symptoms, needs that can help shape the focus of drug development. And we help accelerate the drug development process by forming partnerships with these industry members and researchers. We support regulatory approval by providing testimony and evidence to regulatory bodies, and we co-author papers with researchers.
We've actually co-authored papers with the National Institutes of Health, so it's great to be included and participate in work like that.